Hi there, creatives! Welcome back to JMTV. In this episode, I want to share something about a Bible verse that I have been reading for a while, but only this year that it has become really clear to me. It is a Bible verse from Matthew 20, verse 1 to 16. So I won't read the whole scripture, but I will show you here the whole of it. I'll give you a few seconds to read it through. And if you are familiar with this story, you'd probably know that the landowner was generous enough to call out workers for his farm. Some of them started at 8 a.m., the others started at 12 noon, and some of the other people started at around 4 o'clock, which is 1 hour left before the whole work timing is done. At the end of the workday, some of the people who received the full salary but started on at 8 a.m. have complained to the landowner, asking why is it they received the same amount versus those people who received the same amount of the agreed labor costs for those people who worked only for 4 hours, or worse, for those people who worked only for 1 hour. So what the landowner has answered is something that is very a good reminder for all of us who are working and has the tendency to actually compare ourselves to other people. True, we all go through a moment in our lives when we become newbies in the office, or even in this kind of situation when we are tempted to compare what we are receiving to those other people in our offices, or even for the laborers. But here's the truth. It is naturally acceptable to feel that, but if we really look at it in a different perspective, looking at into a situation that actually the owner or the employer themselves are the one who are actually generous, being able to give what they have to anybody who started working at the morning, or even those people who started working at 4 p.m. Stepping back, it is actually a reminder for us to look it into God's mind, thinking that the landowner has always been there, present whatever it is that he wants to give. So the landowner said, "Are you envious because I am generous?" Brothers and sisters, our God is generous. So stop blaming other people. Stop comparing yourselves to other people. God knows what we need, and so He's giving that to all of us. Whatever it is, that is enough and proper for us to receive. Only this time, imagine, after the longest time of reading the Bible, that this message has come to me clear, crystal clear. Ultimately, this gospel has come to life. And today, in this episode, I am sharing this to you to remind you and even myself, for those people who are reading this part of the gospel, that we don't have to compare ourselves to others. You, what you have, and I, what I have, is something that is given by God, and even to all other people. So we have to be reminded that in God's eyes, we are all worthy, and we deserve what we actually have at the moment. It is a reminder as well that God is in control, that whether He will give it to us or not in His perfect time, He is the owner of everything that we have. And so we are just stewards of whatever God has given us. So we have to be really careful, and we should take care of whatever God has given to us. Going back to the gospel, we can recall that who actually started have agreed to receive the wage, right? When we sign our contracts at work, we agreed and we signed that paper that we are receiving this kind of amount for this kind of duration for a month, like that. And so comparing ourselves to those other people who are joining later than us is also not valid. I am guilty to this one. I have thrown myself into this part of thinking, comparison level, wherein I also question why the management has given something bigger compared to what I am receiving. So basically, the message of this gospel, what I am trying to drive, is that the Lord is generous enough for all of us, and whatever He has given us, the time, the talent, and the treasure that we have in our life, is something that we should always be open to sharing it to others. And thus it reminds me of the song, Lord, I Offer My Life. Everything is from the Lord. Let us be grateful of what we have, because the Lord can't be outdone with His generosity. Today, this Bible scripture has come alive. And today, you are alive. Today, you have your family. You are healthy. And in 2020, many of us thought that dreams will not come true, that whatever the accomplishment we want to accomplish this year could possibly be stopped because of the pandemic. But 2020 actually is the year that really teaches us what is important in our life. Now we know that 2020 is the year that we truly appreciate what is essential in our life. Stay healthy and safe, creatives. I hope this Bible verse helps you to understand better with what is in Matthew 20 verses 1 to 16. This has been JM Kayne, and I'll see you next time in JM TV. And remember, you are God's artwork. Blossom the way you should be. God bless.